There's this moment during critiques when students are supposed to speak. The room usually gets awkwardly silent instead. When I was in undergrad film school, there was this guy named Greg who we all loved because he would pipe up in those moments and blurt out in a big, booming voice, "Well, I like it." I like it as a start because it's speaking up, but telling your classmates their film is good doesn't help them grow, aside from their egos. Telling them it didn't work doesn't help them either. Saying the lighting was good or the pacing was off barely helps. And this is what most peer feedback sounds like, especially in your first year. It's not that the responses are wrong, the lighting might be good, the pacing might be off. The problem is that those notes stop like 1 inch deep into the work. They name a category, and then they quit. They tell the filmmaker exactly one thing, that you're pretty sure lighting is a category. They don't tell them what about the lighting worked, which means they can't repeat it. You haven't told them whether to keep doing what they did or change something about it. These notes, they don't sharpen the filmmaker's eye, and they don't sharpen yours. The move you're trying to make, the move that separates a real critique from a polite gesture, is to articulate what specifically makes the thing work or not work. Less of the lighting was good, more the key light is hard and the fill is just dim enough that the contrast carries the mood the scene intends. But the practical lamp behind her is so bright, it's pulling my eye away from her face during the most important line. I'd dim that practical. That's a note your classmate can actually use. They know what to keep and what to change. Another, the pacing was off, becomes the second scene held too long after the dramatic question was answered. There's no new information in the last 15 seconds, and the two-shot is just sitting there. I'd cut on the line about her sister and let the silence do the work. One more. Good shot becomes the way the door frames the left, echoes the line of his shoulder, and gives me a feeling of sort of being trapped without anybody having to say it in the dialogue. Smart choice. Here's the part nobody tells you about giving better feedback. The skill of articulating what specifically makes something work isn't just a favor you do for the person whose film you're critiquing. It's how you learn the craft. Every time you sharpen your language about why a shot works, you're sharpening the eye you'll bring to your own work the next time you frame a shot of your own. Bad critics stay bad filmmakers. Great critics get better at making things because they've started to see, and articulating is how you see. So when it's your turn to give a note, push past the vibe, push past the category, tell your classmate what specifically is doing the work or not doing it. That's what they need to hear, and it's what you need to learn how to say.